if you had a daughter, would you want your daughter to be with a man that has the capabilities to protect and provide for her and give her a comfortable life?
No, and I'm not okay. So
answer that real quick.
Wait.
Okay.
So I do agree with that. I definitely would see it a different way, but
well, listen, real quick.
Wait,
but if you
2 seconds.
All right, go ahead. Land your plane.
All right.
I don't want you to lose your train of thought.
No, I'm yeah, that's my whole thing. So I do agree. And there are certain circumstances to where I would allow my 18-year-old to date a 30-year-old. My issue would stem from, where is his head at? Because are you dating my daughter just because she's 18, young and fresh, like you were saying it? Or
that's a good reason.
I mean, in retrospect,
to start a family, have a lot of children. Those are all good reasons.
Okay, yes. But I would, like, me as a parent, I would definitely want it to not just be because of her age. Like,
it's never because age has put it like this. Even the simple fact that you said that you would want your daughter to date a man that has the ability to protect and provide for her.
Yeah.
Well, what age would that man be to really have the ability? Right. He wouldn't be her age 18. He maybe even wouldn't be 25. He would be 30, 35, because it takes time for a man to accomplish things and become established.
I got that.
So what I'm saying is you would actually be saying the same thing then.
No, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So my issue isn't necessarily with the age then. It's more so, where's his head at? Because most guys that are going for the 18-year-olds that are of like a older age, they are choosing the younger ones because they're more they're malleable, like they're more
impressionable,
more compliant.
Yeah, but they don't want to choose women their age because they don't want to be in a fight. Because if a man is 35 years old and chooses a woman who's 35 years old, obviously not all women, but most times they have been in situations, in experiences where those women are trying to fight with them because they have a degree in a career. Like, she's always talking back, she's disrespecting him, she's going to tell him no sex until you take the trash out, or no sex in 3 months, or I'm not going to cook and clean for you, but you should pay the bills. So obviously, even if, in fact, any man would choose a woman who doesn't nag him at the end of the day. So of course, any man would choose a younger woman who's not going to nag him over a woman his age who's going to be nagging. The same way a woman is going to choose a man who can provide over a man who's going to be living in her house and she's going to be paying the rent for him. Those are just preferences.
So, like, that's my issue.
But the thing is, so listen to this. Then if that's I can defeat all of these arguments. If that's the case, then it has to be. So listen, because I need you ladies to understand how is nothing wrong with it. It's not immoral at all. If it's the case that the woman that's younger is more malleable and can easily conform to get on a man's program, then let's say if a man has an option, it must be something wrong with the man choosing the woman that would submit more and get on his program rather than choosing the ratchet woman. Remember, the chat asked the question. Listen.
Extreme.
Listen to what I'm saying now. I'm spitting. I'm trying to get y'all. I'm trying to connect these dots. Remember, the chat asked the question. They said, why do when black men get money, a lot of money, real money, why do they stop going after the ratchet women and they choose the woman that's more conservative? You even said that, well, it's because of those women can get on the man's program. They're more likely to follow his lead and things like this.
Simple.
Well, then that must mean something is wrong with that. If the man is going to choose the woman that can follow his lead and submit to him and get on his program rather than choosing the woman that is incompliant and insubordinate, it must be wrong with that. But none of you ladies said there's nothing wrong with the man choosing the woman that can submit and follow his lead more.
There's nothing
That's the
wrong with
same thing with the 18-year-old versus a 30-year-old woman. Well, the 30-year-old woman, she had more life experience. She has more baggage. She's more likely to
maybe a single mom.
have some trust issues because her heart been broken before. She's more likely to have these walls up that the man has to come and break them down. She's more likely to give the man a headache. The 18-year-old, generally speaking, not that experienced, haven't really explored the world. She's a little bit more fresh. She can give the man babies. So she's more likely to supply and get on this program. There's nothing wrong with that. If the man chooses the woman for those reasons, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. The only issue is it's usually older women who don't like it. They don't like it. And remember, it's not that they don't like it because they don't like all men dating younger women. No, or they only complain about the rich men. Because remember, in their minds, the rich men should be dating them. They shouldn't be going for younger women. The same rich men they didn't want when they were both 18. Because when these women were 18, they didn't want these 18-year-old men, the men of their age. So these 18-year-old men go out there in the world, they get rejected, they grind, they get the money. Once they get the money, they get the options, they go back to getting younger women. And then the women their age who used to refuse to date them, who rejected them, who are now single moms, are like, you shouldn't be dating younger women. You're using them, you're manipulating them. You know, you should date me with my 5 kids and 10 baby daddies. It's like, no, men shouldn't have to do that. You feel me? But they don't like it. You know, but anyway, shout out to No Fugazi podcast. This was great to see. And most women think just like that.
She just happens to be 18.
I would say that a woman, like, I think we all can say, just as human beings, the person we were at 18 isn't even the person we are at 28, 10 years later.
Well, yeah, we know that. And that proves my point. This is why.
No.
Y'all crazy now.
I'm saying that experience is the best teacher. And if you want to be a great parent, when you're an older parent, you can really mold a child to the best version of themselves when you have a lot of experience.
The thing is, when it comes to feminine, and my bad. I would just want to refute this one point. I was tired, but now I'm up. I was tired, but now I'm up.
I'm sorry.
Listen to what you just said, right?
Yes.
Well, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But question for you, which woman would actually be more feminine? The woman that experienced more stuff, right? She experienced more life and she overcame adversities and all of these things. Versus the woman that really didn't experience a whole lot of stuff. She really didn't experience getting her heart broken, getting cheated on, or cheating on somebody, right? She didn't have these. No. Listen. Listen. No, she didn't have all of these life experiences. My question is, generally speaking, which woman will be more feminine? Girl A, lot of experiences. Girl B, hardly no experiences.
Part of femininity is reconnecting with yourself as the feminine after heartbreak. Part of femininity is growing back into who you were before heartbreak.
Yeah, but how many women do that? How many women get through heartbreaks in their 20s and then when they reach 35, all of a sudden they become feminine? Femininity, it's either you're a feminine woman or you're not. It's not an on-off switch. Even when a woman is heartbroken, even if she dates so many men who, you know, break her heart and disappoint her and things like that, a feminine woman is going to remain a feminine woman. You can't fake it.
Connect if your heart wasn't broken.
But
what
that's
are
just
you
a
talking
part
about?
of the human experience.
Wait, what?
Just not a part of being feminine, a part of being masculine.
So you also then the logical entailment of what you just said was, in order for you to be feminine,
no, that's not what I said.
You must get your heart broken so you can recover.
I'm saying that's basic human experience.
You're saying after the heartbreak.
After the heartbreak, you need to reconnect with yourself before you need to reconnect and learn how to love yourself before you ever got your heart broken. So you don't need to go around here acting heartbroken.
Here's the self-love and femininity. I'm not saying they don't go together, but that's like a whole, like it's under the umbrella of femininity. It's more femininity.
And here's the distinction between masculinity and femininity. You can't what you're doing is you're putting masculinity and femininity in the same boat. Well, to be masculine, well, that's different. You need to normally overcome some adversities, overcome some trauma, experience some hardships, and because your character needs to be tested, right?
I agree.
in order to like the most masculine men, his
They've
character
been
was
through.
tested.
Mhm.
He overcame it.
Yeah.
That's a masculine man.
Yeah.
I know I can rely on him because he been through some stuff before.
Mhm.
When it comes to femininity, it has nothing to do with
Yep.
your character being tested to that same degree. Your character will be tested to a different degree.
Mhm.
Femininity, it'll test your character as far as being patient.
Mhm.
Are you soft spoken?
Mhm.
Are you knowing when to speak?
Mhm.
Knowing, you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a much different path to
Yes, I
success
would agree.
when it comes to femininity and masculinity. Masculinity, niggas got to go through some stuff.
Yeah.
Femininity, you
do.
necessarily don't have to go through anything to be feminine.
But a lot of people.
What were you saying, Eve?
Oh yes, you were saying
This
something.
nigga fell asleep.
No, you were saying.
Uh,
But I think a lot of women allow certain adversities to come in between them and their femininity. That's not our fault. It's just a human experience.
No,
We're-
because it's not the man's job to make you feminine, right? If a woman doesn't find me with money, doesn't find that I'm a protector and a provider, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's not my fault. You know, life happened. Just give me a chance. She's gonna be like, no, nigga, I ain't giving you a chance. And I wouldn't be mad. I would definitely understand, because it's not her job to be there to wait for me to become a provider. I'm either a provider or I'm not. And I would tell any woman, like, don't wait for that. Don't meet a man who tells you I'm not a provider yet, but give me 5 more years, I'm going to become a provider. He's either a provider, even without money, or he's not. So the same way, men shouldn't be wait for women and take up the excuses of she's not feminine, so let me just wait around. I don't know why women use that excuse. I'm not feminine and it's not my fault. It's your fault. Work on it. You're either feminine or you're not. But anyway, shout out to No Forgates. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Please like the video as you're coming in.